Hello and welcome. I am Geran and these are my first impressions of MicroTown. This is an early access minimalist town builder, I think. I got a key for this free from Keymailer, and this was voted for by my patrons. If you want to have your say on future first impressions, please consider pledging to my Patreon linked in the description. Okie dokie. First step is to provide the village with a steady supply of planks and stone slabs. This is already giving me massive Settlers 2 vibes. I keep meaning to do a video on Settlers 2. Lumberjack. Click the resource building tab. Lumberjack. Well, let's stick him right there. Likewise a quarry there, because I just know that's going to be coming up shortly. Construct a sawmill. There. It cannot process items as it only houses the workers and needs an auxiliary. What's the word? Auxiliary. Auxiliary? I think it's auxiliary, but it's always one of those words that I've always pronounced auxiliary. Alright, let's get two of those. Hold tab to speed up the world. Ah, cool. Ah, mine for stones, I see. How much do these cost? Just stick them everywhere? Sure, yeah, mine the entire thing for stone, please. Construct a mason. Now that the village has a steady supply of construction materials, we should establish food production. Mouse over the food. There should be a space there. Carrots and tomatoes. A basic supplier is a gardener. Alright. Well, let's give him a nice bit of range and stick him up here where it's empty. He needs garden plots, so let's go with 2 of those and 2 of those. Ah, 10 it says. You can build more plots and gardeners later to increase and balance production. So where does it say the resources I have? Oh! Prepare construction materials. I need 20 planks, so I've got 14 planks and 4 slabs. Provide housing. That's going to be the next thing then. 4 houses. This many garden plots is a lot to handle, so let's enable a second worker. Why not a third as well? Excellent, the villagers now have a steady supply of food. Villagers need a place to live. Mouse over the population. Once the houses are built, current workers will start moving in and new workers will arrive. Houses will be supplied by food and other items by workers who will visit a nearby market square to collect stuff. Market square there. They will have to be distributed at the stalls for specific items. Build a stall for carrots. Ah, because these are done, I can claim knowledge. I think there is like a tech tree in this. Provide firewood and a supply stall. I'll stick the supply stall down there. And firewood, I saw, is the woodcutter. I feel like there's lacking an easy way to see what resources I have. Given how important resources presumably are, that seems quite a lacking thing to have on the main menu. Like the main screen. Like I don't have any idea why this place isn't being built. Ah, here we are. It's because it's lacking a plank. Here's the stockpile. 21 stone, no wood, 14 carrots and 16 tomatoes. No trees are found. Oh good, you can move the operation area, although it doesn't look like you can move it that far. As the village grows, you gain knowledge and discover new technologies. A primary way to gather knowledge is by using scholar buildings. Construct a scholar. Observes nearby production buildings and gathers knowledge. Oh bloody hell, quite a wide area. Alright, let's stick it right there. Provide housing, done. I still need another carrot though, which I should get any second. Carrots, done. Is it 8 people per house? Yes, it looks like it. And there's firewood. Firewood and food are the 2 things they need. At least at this technological level, I presume. Let's get a second lumberjack, I think. The villagers have gained some knowledge from their work to discover something new. Oh, firewood's done. Use the technology research window via the button in the top, bottom right, sorry. Technology. Ooh, oh wow, there's a fair bit. I'm a little bit surprised. So campsite, gardening, stoneworking, logging, and in the production tree I've already got. And to complete the thing, I need to build a monument. Farming unlocks farms and allows building crop fields to farm produce such as potatoes and other future crops. Yes, unlock that. I do have a fair bit more to spend. Aha! This is always something you should go for first in these games. Forestry allows arborists to grow saplings that a forester can replant. I definitely have to do a video on Settlers 2. It is one of these games from my childhood that I just absolutely adore, and every so often I go back and play it. And playing Depraved reminded me of it, but this feels like an adaptation of it, really. This concludes the introductory tutorial. Remember that you can mouse over most stuff in the game to learn more about what it does. Okay, so I've got my missions in the top right. Farm, potatoes, replant trees, maples. So tree nurseries, safe enclosure to grow saplings for an arborist. So let's get 2 of those as well. And then a forester. I will stick up here. What other research can I get? So if I'm trying to get to this stuff, it requires 100 population. So how do I improve my population? This is where the early access shows. So the production tab is rather full of stuff, but the civics has one thing and then the monument thing. Economics just has the monument, and that doesn't even have anything. That is just the monument entirely, whereas that has the market. So presumably this is where the early access will grow. As for how long it's going to be in early access, they originally planned for a couple of months, but as a lot of these games do, when it had a positive reception, they decided to expand on it, and they said a year, or a year or more, and it has been about a year now. So I'm guessing it's going to be in early access a little while longer. Let's put a farm up here. I'm giving them a lot of space, but I don't think they need it. I guess with the stockpiles, the idea is you expand around the entire island and then you just have stockpiles. So here, crop field for potatoes. Let's get 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. Ooh, carriers. So I'm short on carriers, which means presumably I need more houses. I'm guessing that's how you get more population. I'm going to unlock roads because I have tons of stone slabs, and presumably these improve movement speed. Roads, here we are. Well, you can already make dirt roads. A compacted pathway improves speed by 10% and doesn't require materials. Whereas a stone road improves speed by 30. Alright, well let's just get some dirt roads to begin with. I feel like you should be able to drag this. The aesthetic's kind of growing on me. I didn't like it at first because I'm not really a big fan of minimalist pixel art. But I don't know, this has sort of grown on me. The roads, I think, just make it feel a lot more charming. Yes, good. The population has gone up because I built a couple more houses, which means I need to make sure that I've got enough food for everyone. Replant trees, claim, lay roads, stone road or brick road. Alright, well the reason I did dirt ones is because I'm not sure whether this is like the right setup. Like here, I don't know if I should be going around stuff. It kind of seems like maybe I should. Well, my foods are definitely going up. Here we are, consumed 3.1. Oh, that is a really nice touch right there. Consumed 3.1 per minute, producing 6 per minute. That tells me get more houses. So it seems pottery, furniture, and where was it? There was another one I saw. Yeah, there are a few things. There we are, hemp. So it seems to be taking a bit of a colony survival route where as you go up the tech tree, the houses want more and more things to keep them happy. But it looks like it's only counted in the things that they need when you've actually unlocked it. So I guess you could avoid unlocking those if you didn't want to faff with them, but maybe a higher happiness increases production. I don't know. I haven't seen any reason to worry about it if they're not unhappy. Alright, I'm going to upgrade this road here. This core road around which everything else travels to stone. Ah, reserved villager occupations. You can have a minimum of carriers and a maximum of builders. Right, if I increase that to 10, because I do have a lot more carrying than he's doing at the moment. Item report. Ah, here's the stockpile. Presumably the reason it doesn't just have it on the main screen is because there are too many items for it to put. I mean, I suppose that's the way it is in Settlers as well. You click on the central stockpile and you know exactly how much you have in everything. But it's just, I wouldn't have thought to check this inconspicuous little button in the corner. Lay roads complete. Item distribution. I don't really know what this means. Is this saying that I don't have enough, or is that... Oh no, that's a separate priority. So food takes priority. Remains of a villager. Alright, I don't know if anyone's died. I'm guessing not. Wow, look at all my people just standing around doing bugger all. Okay, it looks like I miscalculated slightly. So the lumberjack is like 1 square out of range for this thing, so I'm going to have to move it closer. And also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift this round so that the sawhorses aren't in the way of my road. So I think you build stuff around the roads, you don't build the roads around the stuff, if that makes sense. Or half and half, but like here, this is objectively reducing my productivity. So if I get rid of those two, I can then put a new stone road across there. Ah, and now I'm consuming more food than I'm producing. Although that does seem to be fluctuating a bit. Okay, it's gone back up, but I still think I should produce more food. Presumably potatoes are just a lot slower to grow. Ah, right, so it looks like they have to grow for 2 minutes before they can actually be harvested. So large crops are better. Oh my god, look at them all. Nah, we're very low on potato reserves and tomato reserves. I've just discovered that you can upgrade. There doesn't seem to be any difference between just placing one and upgrading it. But it feels like this could be streamlined, you know, like clicking and dragging roads, a slightly easier way, like a way to... Oh shit, no, I didn't mean to do that. Stop it, stop it, stop. Like delete should... Well, delete stuff. There are just little ways this could be improved, you know, streamlined and tightened up a bit. Why is nobody doing any work? Is that full? 48. Is that the maximum? Okay, well, that means I need to get storage. Allows storing larger quantities of items in warehouses and granaries. Yes, please. So that now goes up, maybe? How are we doing on food? Oh, it's about level. What's the problem? Nothing. God, I've just got loads of people lemming around. Aha, warehouse. Okay. So, time to get some new storage. Can I upgrade this? No, that's not a thing. Stores building materials like planks and supplies like firewood. Alright, well let's get 2 of those. And 2 of those. Oh shit, are we out of plank? Sorry, are we out of stone? We might be, you know, because of all the bloody roads I've been building. Yeah, that would make sense. Does this have a limited resource? I don't see any way that it says it does. So, theoretically, can I stick a second quarry on here? Also, I see no reason not to have dirt roads literally everywhere. Alright, put planks in there. It's cool that you can designate it though. So the lumberjack, I want to center around that because that thing is centering around there. Ah, that's why you need to go through the higher stuff. You need to get to this. But what is the advantage of getting the carpenter? Like, I don't know why I would want to add an extra thing that they need to be happy. You know, except for the good of the peasants. It does look like you can have multiple quarries working in the same area. Oh, that's why no one's got any bloody potatoes. It's because I'm not selling any bloody potatoes. Food stall. Bloody potatoes, please. I thought it was because I didn't have a high enough potato production, but I haven't got many potatoes actually, because there's nowhere to store them. Right. Nah, look, they're going green now because they've got access to the potatoes as well. Alright, that is potato storage. Bring me a potatoes. Place them into green tower. Potato tower. The potato tower. So it's not that they were taking so long to grow, it's because I wasn't actually providing anywhere to take them afterwards. And the up, down and level things are pretty cool. They sort of tell you the amount of stuff in stock. I kind of like this game. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it, but it's got a simplicity to it, but still like enough depth, so it's a slow simplicity. You choose the rate at which you get overwhelmed. Right, let's start clearing some land. So if I get a couple of these lumberjacks just to clear some of this wood away. Oh, 2 more things done. So what else can I unlock? Mining allows coal and iron mining, and smelting allows you to make tools to increase productivity. So I'm guessing that is iron, but I don't see any coal. Like, no obvious coal, at least. Oh, I could really go for a geologer. Yahoo! Oh, no, that's clay. But I'm guessing the rocks. Because look, it says mines as well as sand pits and clay pits. So I'm guessing that's a sand pit and that's a clay pit. So does that mean I can get? Oh, I do! Right! I see. Okay, if I change that one to coal, that one to iron, and we just start stockpiling those. Ah, see, it's converted it. Huh. That's a nice touch. Bit cheaty, but okay. Let's get some extra warehouses, because I definitely need extra ones for the wood. I've got tons of wood and they only store 64 each, but I also need somewhere to put the iron and coal that's now being produced. Oh, right. You can't store iron and coal in these things because they are only for use in another building. So I need a smeltery, smelts iron ore using coal into iron ingots at furnaces. Okay, well, if I had this area as my industrial area, so I'll put a smelter there and build 2 furnaces. So something I've noticed is that every single side auxiliary building costs 4 planks and 2 stones. So while that, I guess that kind of makes sense for some of them, for a furnace, that feels like that should be more stone than plank. There we go. The iron is now on its way to the smelter. And so is the coal. So that's why I can't store them. But I will turn this into an additional wood storage. Ah, tools are now an option. Crafts iron ingots using coal into tools and nearby forges. Alright, I'll put that one here. And I'll build 2 forges there. And I reckon I will turn one of these into an iron and coal mining place. So it's a 5 coal and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 iron. I kind of feel like the sound effects could have done with a bit... they could do with a bit of tweaking so that they're less one tiny sound effect played ad nauseum. This quarry will supply these 2, although I feel like I need more coal, don't I? Alright, let's get another... oh, bloody hell. Another coal. There does seem to be very good ways to see what, like everything that's going on. So here, it tells me exactly how many people I have working on how many jobs, out of the how many people I have, how much food I'm producing and consuming, overall happiness. Ah, worker productivity is 100%. Happiness is content. And then stuff like the items I have, how many jobs, and where, like, how important stuff is to carry. So there is quite a lot of information that is available. So I guess I'll put that as tools. Used at most buildings to increase productivity. Ah, here we are. Tools. Ah, they increase speed by 30%. I think my stone mason is working flat out, so let's get a second mason. Because he can only have one person working there at a time, so you do need to increase the number you've got. I've got tons of wood, so maybe that's the point of furniture. It gives you a use for all of that useless bloody wood. Carpenter crafts planks into furniture in nearby carpentry tables. Alright, let's put that over here. Which means I also need a furniture stall. I've got enough slabs to build an extension to the stone road system. So in order to complete the game, because I honestly thought I would be able to complete the game in a first impressions video, because there really did not look to be much in it. There are only 3 achievements for it. I thought, oh, there's nothing in this game. There is quite a lot in this game. I am very impressed. And to complete the game overall, you need to build a monument, and to do that, you need to have at least 300 population, so I do have quite a way to go. I do think it is very doable because it seems resources are infinite. So the only one that might not be infinite is wood, but as soon as you unlock a forester, that's infinite as well. So it's just about doing it, you know? So I think I'm going to leave it there before diving into something like clay. I really enjoyed this. Let me know if you want to see more. I might have to play more on my own. What's the problem up here? Carriers is a bit low again. I might play some more on my own, I don't know. So let me know what you thought of this. Remember that this is available on Steam, it's an early access, and that this was voted for by my patrons. If you want to have your say on future first impressions, please consider pledging to my Patreon linked in the description. Thank you very much, and I will catch you later.